What's good with y'all boys, man? It's your boy Q. You already know what I'm finna get into. Check it out, man. Peace. Now I got a video for the day, man. And this video, bro, we gonna go ahead and take it to the extreme. Alright. This was actually a video request I had got like way back in early June. Supposed to Ben had done this video, but it's all good. I wanna say this. This video topic is gonna be called My Experience with Racism. Okay. Now, for you brothers that know, like I say, I live in the South, I live in Mississippi, I done been in all states. I done been in the SIP, Mississippi, where I currently live at. I done been to Florida. I done been to Alabama. I haven't really been to Georgia. I could have went because I had the opportunity to, but I rejected it multiple times. Let's see. And I plan on going to Texas sometime soon, but typically when it's time for me to get out on my own. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys, man, what my experience with racism is like living in Mississippi. You see, I got multiple stories, and I don't want to make this a long video, but it's gonna be what it be. Also, join my live on IG, because after this video, I'm about to get right back on it, on live with some boys. If y'all want to stop by, whatever, whatnot, check the link and check the description box down below. Put your comment down below, share this video, subscribe to the channel, share. But man, real talk though, bro, I want to tell y'all my experience with racism. You see, it's like this. How can I start? There was a time, because dude asked me, he said, how much of racism have you experienced in Mississippi? More than I could ever imagine. It all started, I used to be on my pro-black shit. And this is when I was on my pro-black shit, experienced a whole lot of racism, man. Like, there was this time where, shit, I don't want to give y'all every story, but I want to give y'all the coldest ones. There was a time where, I tell y'all something I witnessed with my little brother. That was a time my little brother was on the bus. It was like 2014, 15. We was riding the bus together. And he was talking to some black dude. And I had a white friend. Me and him was talking and shit. And we was cool, real cool, allegedly. So we would chat every day, long periods of time. We had the same class, all this shit. So my little bro started talking to his homie. And they was frenemies, friends and rivals and enemies. What would happen was that what happened this day, I remember it was like August on a Thursday. I can't necessarily say I remember the date, but it was like the 13th of August, like on a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Happened in 2014. No, I'm sorry. Wait, nah, I'm right. But anyway, some white girl jumped in my little brother's conversation with his homie and told my brother to shut up. And my brother got a big ass mouth, man. So he turned to the white chick and he told her, and she was his age. So it was like, he turned around and told her, "You shut up, or I knock your ass out." Like, he didn't cuss, but he was like, girl, you shut up, or I knock you out. And she went into the house and told, her parents. So me not knowing, not aware of the situation and whatnot, I didn't really know what was up till everybody started calling my name. They was like, hey, yo, Q, check this out. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm looking, and I see this white dude. He had a knife in his hand talking to my little brother. He was pointing a knife at my little brother by the window. He's talking shit. And the dude called himself trying to run up on the bus, talking about he ready to stab my little brother up and shit. And I'm just sitting here looking, not knowing what's going on. And I'm talking to my brother, like, hey, yo, I'm like, yo, who he talking to? Because I'm still unaware of who he's talking to. So, and he's saying, hey. And my little brother's looking at you, so he was talking to my bro. And he was like, saying some shit. He was like, you told my daughter to hush? You told my daughter to shut up? You told my daughter you was gonna hurt her? You told my daughter you was gonna hit her? And he was like, my bro was like, yeah, I told her that. And I'm sitting here still looking like, what the fuck? And the bus driver was like, hey. And cause he called himself trying to run up on the bus and shit. So the bus driver quickly closed the doors and told him, I'll call the police and etc. or whatnot. Instead of actually calling the police, like, why would you not call the police? Because if he's threatening and verbally assaulting a child with a fucking weapon, with a deadly weapon in his hand, why are you not calling the police doing your job to protect the child as the bus driver? Okay? And even though the girl started it, why is he not checking his daughter, confronting her, saying, well, hey, if he wasn't talking to you, why did you tell him to shut up? Right? But instead, you talking about what you gonna do to my brother, like, and I didn't really catch on to what it was. My brother, like, he's still sitting there like, yeah, I said it, yeah, okay. Brother's like unfazed by it, like he was not studying the shit. He had to tell me what was up, cause I didn't know, right? Cause I was chilling with the white dude I was telling y'all about. So he was letting me know what it was. We got home. The bus driver was explaining to my mom, and my people flashed out. They was like, "Where that motherfucker at? Where motherfucker?" When my pops was still living, my grandfather, we had to let him know what it was. And my pops was like, "All right, I'm gonna have a conversation with the bus driver." And they had a long ass talk, bro, that morning. Like, I thought we was never gonna get to school that morning. What happened on that day, not the morning my pops was talking, but like the morning when that day the threatening was going on between the girl's parents and my little brother. He had a knife in his hand. He was like, if I hear this again, you gonna have to deal with me. And he was rolling his eyes in the back of his head and some all this. You know how these motherfuckers are, man. This old stupid shit out here in Mississippi. And I'm like, huh? Who he talking to? And my bro was letting me know about it, and we was unfazed. That's when we got our pops involved. And next morning, man, we had a long ass conversation with our with the bus driver and shit. Also, another story. It was a long conversation, man. Now, ask me, did we really do something about it? We filed out papers and shit. My family did. And he was supposedly went to jail. I don't even remember. I don't know too much about the rest of the situation, the story. But fuck it. That was another time, man. This same year, I got rolled up. Me, my female cousin, white dude, we would hang out every day. The same white dude. We would hang out every day on the bus. Monday through Friday. We would talk, chat, crack jokes. And we would always switch seats. And the bus driver was like, hey. Don't switch all these seats. And what happened was that we was switching seats anyway, right? And the white dude was doing it with us. We was actually doing it when we seen him doing. Like, shit, well, why wouldn't this dude do it? He ain't saying it, but when we do it, he's saying some shit. So we was doing it, all three of us just switching seats together and shit. playing, cutting up, cracking jokes, laughing and shit. And turns out we finally got wrote up for it. At least me and my female cousin did. He claims that he wrote the white dude up. Till this day, I don't know nothing. So my mom had to confront him about that. And he was like, hey, why you write my son, his cousin up? Why you writing them up? Is it because they're black and all this shit? And he was like, nah, I wrote the white dude up too. The white dude's name was Corey, so he was like, yeah, I wrote Corey up as well, and we didn't see shit. You know, I didn't really ask him because I didn't care to ask. I didn't even give a fuck about the situation. I'm like, but this nigga been doing this shit for God knows how long, forever. But when we doing it, now you want to start pulling out the pen in the paper now. And he also has a black wife too. And when I was on my pro-black stuff, you know, he would always talk to me about politics and all this shit. Like, hey, Mr. Smith, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And all this other shit. But I never got too deep with politics like that, man. I haven't been that deep with politics since late 18. Another experience I got with racism, this is a cold one. I was in the cafeteria one time, and this actually happened to me this year. These guys was talking about I was the only black dude at the table, and these white kids come up to me, and I was hanging with them every day. There was some white kids, Mexicans, Hispanics. A lot of people like to say Hispanic isn't a race. I partially agree to a certain instinct, but anyway, not to digress. And the dude was saying some crazy wild shit. Like we were just talking and had a regular conversation. She fussing at my brother. Hold on. Like I was saying, yeah, you fellas, she was getting on to my brother, but anyway, the dude started talking some salacious shit, like he was saying, hey Q, you know, I know this softball team, this baseball team back in the early 1900s and 1910s and 20s or some shit. He was called the Cotton Pickers. I keep in mind I'm the only black person at the table, so I'm like, yeah, okay. And they all started ganging up, like cracking and laughing and hee ha, making all these jokes. And they were saying, and one white girl said, "I'll leave Q alone, cause you know he's gonna say something back." And in my head, I'm like, bitch, what if I do? Because y'all think y'all just gonna make all these racial jokes about me, and like I'm just supposed to sit here and take this shit. But I actually kept my mouth closed. Because as I've gotten older, I could care less about what a motherfucker gotta say. You can call me the N-word, monkey, as a non-black person, it just don't faze me. It just don't faze me. We have been programmed as people to get offended and get in our feelings and become emotional when that shit happens. I'm not saying you ain't gotta feel no way, but me personally, I've learned that a lot of them just say it anyway and they just do it for reactions. Also, I'm gonna tell y'all something else what I've experienced, man. I said, and yeah, I was like, after this, I'm not sitting at this table no more. No more. And then that's when I started rolling by myself. Sitting at the table, reading, listening to red pill content, so-called red pill content. Mostly I listen to guys like Chronicles of Judah. Not just Steph. But anyway, another experience I got with racism in school, like I said, man, that's a whole lot. I don't even remember all of them. Like, it's like I remember all of them, but I can't tell y'all all of them. I can only give y'all the coldest ones I can remember. Another one happened to me last year. Like, this chick, man, would always ask all these questions. Like, oh, hey, you know, can black people do this? Or, hey, can black people do that? Or, hey, can black people do this? And black people do that? Can they do this? Can black people be tender-headed? And then she would ask all this crazy shit. Like, I don't see why y'all get offended when people from different races call y'all the N-word. And in my head, this is when I was on my pro-black shit. I said, motherfucker, you know just why. You know why. But if you tell it like it is, the morale of the story, you say it anyway. That's where that comes from. And she's, oh, what are you talking about? I don't know. I've never said it. Like, it's a difference between G-A and E-R. Like, no. You just say it. But for a brother like me, I don't care. You just can't be around me. Me personally, and don't sit up here and hit me with all this. Well, black people say it too. Let me tell you something, G. I don't be around people like that no more. You see how I'm in my room right now, bro? I don't even be in the family room no more, bro. It's been this way forever. Almost. For the last 3 years. I just don't fuck with nobody no more. And she would always ask all these questions like, hey, I thought only black people can do this and only black people can do that. And let me tell y'all something, bro. In Mississippi, these white girls out here, bro, are bad. Had white dudes, they will say the N-word and not around me, well, not towards me. Some would, but mostly I would watch them say stupid shit to other black people, like mixed people, so-called mixed people. That were more black than they were white. 9 times out of 10, you are more black than you are white because the black gene is dominant. But and that's facts. Don't come here hit me with that bullshit. She would sit up. The chick, these dudes. I'm sorry. These dudes would sit up here and treat these dudes as they were slaves, and would say, "I'm the superior breed," or "I'm the superior gene. I'm the superior." I'm sitting here turning around saying to myself, like, what? And even dudes would try that shit with me. They would say, "Hey, Q, get your black ass over here," and I would correct these motherfuckers. I'm like, bro, excuse me? You saying what now? And then they start laughing like, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. Because you know how these motherfuckers talk. It's like, all right, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. Like, nah, you ain't kidding, bro. I'll whoop your ass for that. And now they looking at me like, hey, man, just lighten up, bro. We're sorry. I'm like, yeah, whatever, bro. Y'all just stay the fuck away from me. And chicks, like I say, bro, these chicks, bro, let me tell you about them. I don't take racist people serious from other races. Nobody, really. I don't take white chicks especially serious neither, because they really just be on BBC. A lot of them. So there was this white chick. She said, she was looking at me and she started talking. She was like, Q, I thought you liked white girls. And I was like, well, I never said I liked the white girls, but I don't see nothing wrong with y'all, but it's like, you know, y'all not what I'm really looking for. This was in 18. She was like, oh, okay. And I'm saying to myself in my head, why are you assuming that I like white girls? Somebody told you that? And she was like, no, I just thought you were the type of black dude that would date white chicks. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, all right. But anyway, fellas, she found out I was not that type of black kid, that black dude. She found out I wasn't a stereotype. And let me tell you, they love it out here in Mississippi. A lot of these white chicks, they love that stereotypical black dude. They love him. And if you ain't that guy, if you not that black kid, if you not the black dude that fits the stereotype, they gonna treat you just like the black girls treat you. They gonna treat you just like the black girls. Even worse. Possibly worse. And I wouldn't say worse, but they gonna treat you like shit. Not all of them, but you're not gonna get no chance with a good few of them. You know, they would say nigga and shit, and they have all these black boyfriends, and will say this and say that. I even had a white chick come up to me one time, and you know it's stupid on this nigga part because he gonna tell this white girl that had racist parents, her dad was, and this bitch gonna come up to me and say, cause he told her to say it, right? And this motherfucker gonna come up to me and say, "Hey Q," and she said, "You nigger," and she thought it was funny, and she started playing. She thought I was gonna laugh at her, but I'm really like, huh? I'm looking at her like, what? And she just started busting out laughing. Keep in mind now, she got racist parents, or at least her dad was. So if she got one parent that's racist, what make you think she don't have none of that in her? Even a little bit. Especially if both of her parents was racist. You wouldn't think she ain't got none of it in her? You see, bro. And I'm gonna tell y'all two more. There's two more. A lot of we was 8th grade, and this chick, this white female teacher I had was my reading teacher, and she said, no, I'm sorry, a white dude had said, nah, a black dude said, hey, I'm gonna be on TV one day. And everybody started talking about what they was gonna do when they grow up. We didn't know what the hell we was saying, really. We was just in there talking shit. Cause I definitely don't give a fuck about being on TV. But anyway, I said, yeah, me too. And she looked at me and she made a smart remark. And she said, where? She said, where? In jail? And I said, I got you. And I started laughing about it too. But it was hitting me in my head like, ding, 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 ding. Did she just say this shit? Because as people, that's all who they see us as people who just belong in jail, people who automatically are doing no good because the society feeds it. The gynocentric, I'm sorry, not the guy. The society and the white media, the propaganda, they push that so heavily on our people, particularly when it comes to the so-called black man. Okay, but I wasn't. Yeah, I took it serious, mad, in my feels. But as I got older, bro, you just laugh at that shit. And here's the thing, man. See, I had a dream. I got dreams, right? To open up my own business. This YouTube grind is just a start. This part of it, this half of it, you know. But I want to start my own business, like open my own gym one day, barbering, and open my own carpentry business. So this year, this happened this year as well. This principal at my shelter class, like we had two separate schools. Like, not it was on the same. It was same. It was a part of the school, but it was like a different building. We call it the Votech. So I'm going in my shelter class, right? And this class is all about law and public safety. I really wasn't really interested in the class. I was just taking something to be taking something, right? Another thing You know, this principal that was at that school on that district, this motherfucker comes in the classroom every day talking about some morning fellas. And I was always the last one to say something. Me and another black dude, we was always the last one to say something. One white dude, one white girl, two black dudes, and we was the two black dudes. It was just 4 people in that class, because people weren't really interested in that class like that, but 4 people. Well, at least in the morning time. So what happened was, bro, he asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up one day. And, you know, he let everybody else say what they wanted to be. But when he got to me, he said, Q, what you want to be when you grow up one day? And before I could even answer, guess what this nigga said, bro? And I'm going to show you this how much you know. This how much, this right here let you know I'm not the stereotype black dude. Do I look like it? You could argue with that. Do I give a fuck? I don't. Because I don't argue. And I don't give a fuck about how people perceive me. From any race. I'm going to do me and be me. But anyway. The dude said, you trying to be a street pharmacist? Because I said, all I said was, I said, man, I just want to own my own business. And this nigga said, what you trying to do? You trying to be a street pharmacist? And I said, a street pharmacist? I'm like, what the hell is that? I kid you not, G. I didn't even know. I didn't even know what the hell that was. Right? So if I don't know what it was, if I didn't know what it was, how could I have said that, yeah, sure, I'll be a street pharmacist. Because I thought motherfucker was talking about selling medicine. And I see, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't even know what a street pharmacist was, bro. That just goes to show you that I'm not the stereotype. I didn't know what the hell that was. This nigga said a street pharmacist. And then he asked the whole class, he was like, does anybody here know what a street pharmacist is? And a white girl said it. She answered it. And she got it right. She said, a drug dealer? And she said, and then this nigga gonna say, yeah, that's exactly what a street pharmacist is. And he just walked off. And I said, wow. I've even experienced racism on my YouTube. On my YouTube channel. Brothers, I don't know if y'all remember, but do y'all remember when I was telling y'all about the chick that was in my comment section, like around April, May, talking that shit, when she was calling us niggas, bitch ass niggas, and punk ass niggas, and I should play y'all niggas, and all this shit. Y'all remember that? But it's a whole lot of more cold stories, man. I'm gonna probably do a part 2 on this. But the thing is, fellas, it's a reason why things are happening to us the way they do. Because for one thing, they're in rulership, you know? So these things happen, and when they're said to us, we just sit there like motherfucking get offended, or we start crying as people and we want to protest. I ain't with all that shit. I let them go right ahead and say what they want to say. Because I know my worth. I know my value. It's people, the thing with us is people, we scream change, but we don't want to change ourselves. We just want to holler Black Lives Matter when somebody from another race come and attack us and come ambush us and come do us dirty. But the thing is, we doing each other dirty every day. And now Black Lives Matter. But when we doing each other dirty every day, it's like, oh, okay, hey, the cops coming. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody, Tyrone. Yeah, man. E-Man just shot the shit out of Jerome. He dead. Don't say nothing. But when a white police come and kill Jerome, Black Lives Matter now. Because we've been taught and indoctrinated as people that we should have a victimhood mentality instead of a ruling mentality. Blacks, at this point in time, bro, was running things. We was the monarchy of the society. Black people ruled Europe in the ancient times. But they're in rulership, so that's why they got to whitewash shit in history class, social studies class. You know why they got to do that? Because, bro, I already told y'all, we're more than slaves. Go to my channel, Man of Knowledge. Go subscribe to my channel, Man of Knowledge, and and it tells you. And I told you, when you control history, you control how people view themselves, right? So the fact that they're in rulership, it's their job to make themselves look like they're a part of the hierarchy. And it's their job to treat us as we are. It's their job to denigrate us. And then black people want to complain about white people never show us on the news doing anything good. The white media never shows us on the news doing something good. It's not their job to do that. But you know what's sad? Because when blacks get an opportunity to do something to make us look good, you're not even doing that. That's where Pookie and Ray Ray in the stereotype comes in at. When that's where the educated lane versus thug go come in at. Cause the thug is getting promoted in our own. Why you want to say the thugs only get promoted in other races? It's being promoted in ours too. Not educated lane, not Steve Urkel, but Tupac getting promoted, Lil Wayne getting promoted, but Carlton Banks and Steve Urkel, they're not getting promoted in our community. And then you want to complain when the shit happen. When shit hit the fan. Don't complain, G. They talk about white people threw us in the hole. You could arguably say that. But as people, all we did was dig the hole deeper. So nobody needs to hear that shit. I know I don't want to hear that shit. If you won't change, bro, we as people got to change ourselves. And it starts with us. Particularly the so-called young black man. I know I'm on the rise. Yeah, I'm on my grind, but do it look like it's easy, motherfucker? It ain't easy. Ain't shit here easy. But you gotta pick up. You gotta decide when you gonna throw down. And when you gonna say, look, fuck this, I'm the man. That's your choice. That's your prerogative. And if you ain't got that, ain't no hope for you, man. It's all on you. You won't change, you gotta change ourselves, man. Big facts. So don't complain when this shit hits you. You either gonna get the fuck up and go create your own and support your own, or keep that slavehood mentality, G. Return to the plantation. Cause motherfucker, I ain't gotta work for no bitch ass corporate America. Cause I wasn't put here to be nobody's bitch. I'm a man for a reason. I'm a young man for a reason. I wasn't put here to be nobody's bitch. I came here to make somebody my bitch. Yeah, I said it. Don't forget to like my video, comment, subscribe. I apologize for the long ass videos, fellas, but it is what it is. This is my shit. Like I said, you just like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, share this motherfucking video. If you don't, I don't give a fuck. Peace.